Hi, I'm Jaehong Kim, professor at School of Civil and Environmental Engineering at Georgia Tech. In this semester, spring 2013, I teach an undergraduate course CEE4803, Environmental Technology in the Developing World, which I started to teach in spring 2012. Students in my class developed this video to share with you all what they have learned, what they have done, and how much fun they had throughout this semester.
Before the trip began, we spent a lot of time in class preparing for what we were going to be doing down in Nicaragua. Part of our preparation was that we had several guest speakers who came and spoke to the students about their various areas of expertise. And then after the guest speakers came and we started to really formulate what the projects were going to be like, the students did a lot of work in the labs on their own, and guided by the TAs for the course, learning about different tests that they would be doing down in Nicaragua, and just getting some hands-on experience doing some lab work that was really crucial for them to do all the work that they did in Nicaragua.
Hey, I'm Andy from the Water Distribution Group. So a little bit what we did. Before we left for Nicaragua, we worked with Randy Rousberry from the Gwinnett County Department of Water Resources, and he taught us how to use the WaterGen software that we are using to model the 3 communities in Nicaragua. So basically in Nicaragua, there's these 3 communities that Amigos for Christ has built water distribution systems for, and we're just trying to come up with suggestions and stuff for them to help improve their system.
With a couple of things. First, in order to increase the contact time, we recommend that they, if possible, they hold the water in the tank before distributing it to the community. So the various communities are set up in different ways, and with some of them you'd have to do that like at night, and with some of them you'd have to do that afterwards. But basically, if you could hold the water in the tank overnight before distributing it to the community, then it would have sufficient time to be fully disinfected. And since the decay rate is so slow, that wouldn't affect the levels very much. And then the biggest thing that we recommend is just like making sure that there's chlorine in the system and that those things are functioning.
We're the air quality group. Half the world's population cooks on inefficient and polluting stoves to cook their food every day. And household air pollution is the 4th largest contributor to death globally.
We set out to test air emissions from 5 different communities, from traditional stoves and improved stoves.
So we made a 24-hour average estimate for every community that we visited using the EPA's air quality index. And the air quality index is something the EPA came up with to inform the public on how clean or polluted the air is. So in Atlanta, you probably heard that we have really bad air. But we're usually still good. Occasionally we're moderate, like in the mornings. But all of these are unhealthy and very unhealthy. And what that means for unhealthy is that everyone is at risk for a health impact, and all of the communities, by the way, were all around 60 micrograms per cubic meter, and the standard, remember, is 35. So this is an average, which is 60 of like all the communities. All the communities were around 60. The dump because of that 8-hour heavy exposure and the high ambient background concentration, it's very unhealthy. This is 190 micrograms per cubic meter. And very unhealthy means that the entire community is at serious risk for incredibly serious health risks.
One of the things that we did while we were in Nicaragua was test the water quality in several different places, and we tested for arsenic and microbials within the water. And for the aquaponics system, we were investigating the issues with the system that they have currently. And with aquaponics, it's a combination of aquaculture, which is fish, and hydroponics, which is growing plants in water. And the community is trying to use the waste from the fish to fertilize plants such as tomatoes and lettuce so that they can sell these plants for profit.
Measuring all these tests are shown here. The green bars show the plant density in each of the grow beds, and the lines show the concentrations of potassium, nitrate, and calcium. So in the first grow bed, it has the highest density of plants, and so we would expect that that grow bed would have the least amount of nutrients in it, because the more plants there are, the plants are gonna keep taking up those nutrients from the water and use that to grow. But we did find a high level of calcium in that first grow bed as opposed to the rest. And calcium is not in the fish food that was being provided to tilapia. And Amigos was adding a bag of crushed shells near the grow bed, which provides a source of calcium. And that was only near the first grow bed, which is why the level of calcium is higher there. For arsenic, the EPA limit for arsenic is 10 parts per billion. And as you can see, most of the water samples were either at the limit of 10 parts per billion or below, which is really great. And the Nicaraguan limit is at 100 parts per billion, and thankfully we didn't find any water sources with levels of arsenic that high. And the highest level of arsenic we found was in that same open water source that was near the gold mine.
I think the best thing that's happening with Georgia Tech engineering students being here with Amigos for Christ in Nicaragua is that we're able to statistically see the impact that we're having. We can statistically see the information that we need to make a difference in people's lives, particularly with water and with air quality. With water, what we're trying to do is we're trying to provide 100 gallons of water in everybody's house with sufficient pressure and it being clean water. The Georgia Tech students are measuring the pressure, they're measuring how clean the water is, so we can be assured that the families that are receiving the water are getting good clean water. When it comes to the air quality, we have a huge problem with respiratory disease here, and the students are measuring what exactly is happening in the family where they're cooking with wood, and it is extremely important for us to be able to quantify that to make a quantifiable difference. What he's doing every day, he's digging down into the garbage that's been here for years, and he's looking for iron, steel, and what he's able to get out of here, 12 or 13 pounds a day, he's got to feed his family of 12 people every day. So he's in there digging down and trying to find what he can find to feed his family. He said it's extremely difficult what he's doing.
Hola, mi nombre es Tomás Cáceres, estamos en la comunidad de Rincón de García, donde nos encontramos con un grupo de estudiantes de Georgia Tech, donde ellos nos están ayudando a tener un mejor control, un mejor estudio en el agua, para poder brindarle una mejor solución a toda la comunidad. Esto nos viene a dar de que un desarrollo dentro de la comunidad para poder prevenir lo que son infecciones estomacales y las enfermedades de la piel. Gracias a todo el esfuerzo que hacen en común los estudiantes de Georgia Tech para poder estar aquí, resistir este inmenso sol, trabajar duramente para poder cumplir y seguir cambiando vidas junto con Amigos por Cristo. Gracias, Georgia Tech.
Because I'm a Georgia Tech graduate, and I'm extremely proud that our school is doing this together here in Nicaragua.
I really think this course is cool, even though I haven't taken it yet, but I'm really looking forward to taking it, and I'm hoping to tag along on one of the days to see all the experiments. I thought it was great. It's been an incredible experience, and Dr. Kim is an excellent professor.
I'm so sad as I've already. This is my favorite class out of all my 4 years here at Tech, and yeah, I'm gonna miss it.